The Civil War can be yours to enjoy forever. Videotapes of the entire series, a comprehensive book and the haunting soundtrack can all be purchased from SBS by phoning 008 077 244.
We have shared the incommunicable experience of war. We have felt, we still feel, the passion of life to its top. In our youths, our hearts were touched with fire.
This hypnotic series can be enjoyed time and again as the fine detail weaves an extraordinary picture.
Strange, is it not, that battles, martyrs, blood, even assassination should so condense a nationality.
All the power of this brilliant series captured on 9 videotapes, a beautiful book and on compact disc. Order now by phoning 008 077 244. On Thursday, a film from the director of A Taxing Woman, Juzo Itami.
この場合、大切なことは決して音を立てないことです。
Tampopo, a comedy of manners, a film about food and the pursuit of the ultimate dish. Starring Nobuko Miyamoto.
どう？私。
And the most discerning of truck-driving cowboys, Tsutomu Yamazaki. Sexy and scrumptious. Tampopo, 8:30 Thursday.
If you'll buy a copy of My Power of One and Tandia combined in a hardback, then Angus and Robinson Book World will make a donation to the Haemophilia Society. They'll also give you a free copy of My Recipe for Dreaming. Now there's a difference.
I am Gifting Gwen, and my sponsors are Mr. and Mrs. Philip. Today we are bringing our cows to our new cattle dip. It is important to keep our cattle healthy. The last cow my family sold paid for me to go to school.
Call Plan now on 008 038 100 and see how child sponsorship lets you save a child from poverty permanently.
How Dr. Hewson's goods and services tax would change your day. Clothing and footwear, up. Bed linen and blankets, up. Used cars, up. Tradesman service calls, up. Takeaway food, up. After school lessons, up. Phone bills, up. That's one day in the life of Dr. Hewson's GST and not one new job created. Is this the sort of change you want to see in Australia? Authorised by RHOG for the Australian Labor Party, Canberra.
On Friday night, a film by Pedro Almodovar.
Y esta tarde vamos a hablar del arte de matar.
Bizarre.
La estocada, como mandan los cánones, ha de clavarse en lo alto del morrillo, en la cruz.
Erotic.
Y como vuelvo a ponerme las manos encima, le castro.
Macabre.
Al principio traté de evitarlo, pero no lo conseguía. Porque dejar de matar era como dejar de vivir.
Haunting.
Mira, nosotros podemos evitarlo.
Deadly.
Si no te vas, me disparo.
2 people destined for each other.
Diego pertenece a otra especie.
Matador, 11:55, Friday night.
On Friday, the Sydney Football Stadium comes alive when the 16 best youth teams from around the world compete for the FIFA Coca-Cola Cup. At 8 o'clock, tune in for the opening ceremony. It promises to be the most spectacular event in Australia since the '56 Olympics. Then at 8:30, the tournament kicks off when Australia takes on the elite South American team, Colombia. Be watching Friday night at 8 o'clock for all the action of Australia '93, live and exclusively on SBS.
If you'll buy a copy of My Power of One and Tandia combined in a hardback, then Angus and Robinson Book World will make a donation to the Haemophilia Society. They'll also give you a free copy of My Recipe for Dreaming. Now there's a difference.
You're gonna love it. It's I&J, you're gonna love it.
I&J introduced beef caravels, 100% beef pockets filled with delicious vegetable sauces. I&J.
You're gonna love it.
我外婆喺15歲嗰年就嫁俾一個軍閥做妾侍，當時係1924年，中國局勢動盪不安。
With her novel Wild Swans, Yung Chang takes us on an epic journey spanning the lives of 3 generations of Chinese women, set against a background of revolution, social upheaval and human tragedy. Buy your copy of Wild Swans and receive a bonus Colonial Women's Diary for just $17.95, but only at Angus & Robertson Bookworld.
Because he had tried to be an honest man.
A powerful and moving account of the lives of 3 Chinese women, as told in Yung Chang's best-selling epic Wild Swans, 8:30 Monday on Masterpiece. The mystery of the Star of Bethlehem. Was it a comet or a supernova, the flash of an exploding star? Or was it a conjunction of the planets?
At the instant the sun set in the west, Jupiter and Saturn rose in the east. A rare astrological moment, the sign of a birth.
A scientific and historical detective story shot on location in Europe, America and the Middle East. The Christmas Star, 8:30 tonight on SBS.
我外婆喺15歲嗰年就嫁俾一個軍閥做妾侍，當時係1924年，中國局勢動盪不安。
With her novel Wild Swans, Yung Chang takes us on an epic journey spanning the lives of 3 generations of Chinese women, set against a background of revolution, social upheaval and human tragedy. You can buy your copy of Wild Swans at Angus & Robertson Bookworld or from SBS by phoning 008 077 244.
Yeah, first home loan. Does it show? Yeah, well, we want to get in there as soon as we can. And St George is really helping us out to do that.
That's great. We only had a 5% deposit and St George gave us the rest. That's great. Today or Monday?
It was actually a Sunday.
Oh, it was Sunday morning. Sunday morning because we got the go-ahead that afternoon.
We were also able to organise our insurance through St George, so we're saving there too.
Hi, Dave. Now that's a great idea.
Next home, we'll come back and speak with St George again.
Sure.
You're gonna love it. It's I&J, you're gonna love it.
I&J introduced beef caravels, 100% beef pockets filled with delicious vegetable sauces. I&J.
You're gonna love it.
I didn't want to think about my past because it was too painful. Then my mother's visit brought back a flood of memories.
On Monday, Yung Chang tells her story of 3 generations of Chinese women during the Cultural Revolution.
I could hear you both calling, Mama, Mama. I was torn apart, but I bit my lip and said, I'm not a spy, and my husband is a good man.
Because of the years of mental and physical torment, my father's health was completely destroyed. There was no place for him in Mao's China because he had tried to be an honest man.
A powerful and moving account of the lives of 3 Chinese women, as told in Yung Chang's best-selling epic Wild Swans, 8:30 Monday on Masterpiece.
In India today, girls are widely seen as an intolerable burden. Each year, thousands are murdered by their own families. With land shortages and unemployment, parents have recently started to kill their girl children to alleviate their poverty.
The system was to either suffocate her by putting a sandbag on the nose or give her a double dose of opium.
Female infanticide and the abysmal status of girl children in India. A disturbing report this Tuesday on The Cutting Edge, 8:30 on SBS. On Christmas Eve, a festival of jazz at historic Montsalvat in Victoria with top Australian performers like Vince Jones.
Pay your money and you take your chances. Scottish house on heaven, not a practical endeavor.
And overseas guests including Eddie Henderson.
On behalf of Mazda, the Gargoyles and SBS, I'd like to welcome you to Montsalvat next week for for one of the world's great jazz festivals. Don't miss it.
The Mazda Montserrat Jazz Festival 1993, 5:30 Friday on SBS.